over here.
Yeah, we are. Also, speaking of getting real life.
Oh my God, I'm so good at transitions.
Guess what, listeners?
Oh my God, I know what you're going to say.
We got approved on Spotify.
My life is complete.
I'm so happy. I'm so excited because Spotify, if you have ever tried to get a podcast on Spotify,
sorry,
it's not necessarily the easiest thing in the world. They're kind of picky and they're known for rejecting people. So,
and not just that, you have to have like a certain kind of server for your podcast. Like they don't they're not all inclusive. It's like they have an exclusive list of servers that they will approve.
Yeah.
And the one that we use isn't always approved.
Right. And so that's why I was
it's like hard to find how to put yourself on Spotify from our server.
I didn't think we would be approved from what I was reading online.
Yeah, me neither.
However, they are looking for specific, if your podcast is aimed for a specific audience, aka millennials who, I guess...
Drink.
Yeah, seriously. I saw that on several websites. They like to aim at the 25 to 40
because that's probably their
range.
Usership anyway.
Exactly. So if you're outside of that demographic, then they'll reject you. So I was like, cool. All right.
We got it.
Yeah.
I put in the email. It's an email request. It's so old school. I practically was sending Spotify a fax. And I was like, hey, here's my podcast. Hope you like it. And then he responded immediately. And he's like, great. We'll add it to the site shortly. So I was updating every 10 minutes. But it actually took like 4 days.
Yeah, it did.
So I actually started to forget about it. And then randomly last night, I was like, oh, I wonder if we're on there. And then, oh my God, we're on Spotify.
We're on Spotify. Well, and so now I
love Spotify.
Up until yesterday, my husband has not listened to the podcast at all, which is kind of rude in my opinion.
Mine hasn't either. Well, in like his defense, I feel like it's so hard to listen to podcasts if you're new to them.
Oh, for
sure.
You
have no idea where to go.
They're hard to find.
Yeah.
For sure. And so, but he is an avid Spotify listener.
Same.
And he was like, oh, well, since it's on Spotify, I'll listen to it. So he did. Happy. He listened to 2 episodes. And not only did he listen to 2 episodes, but he was like, that was a lot funnier than I was expecting. I was like, shut up.
Thanks. I know I'm funny.
Duh.
Did he subscribe?
You know, I don't know.
Probably not.
I need to tell him.
And he's going to listen now. It should be nice.
Whatever. Hey, Zab. So anyway.
Yeah, super excited about it. Man, it's been actually a pretty good week for being so busy as well. This weekend, what I did while Audrey was out of town is I did my normal adulting where I'm
going to open my next beer.
Do it. I opened mine already.
Oh.
Sorry.
Man, you're one up.
Mine's really good. I did the adulting thing where you go get your eyes checked because you're old and you need to get glasses. Except I have glasses. And
unless you're Audrey, because...
you probably need glasses.
No way.
Your eyes are perfect?
I went last year.
And they said 2020?
2015.
Isn't that worse?
No, the lower the number, the better.
Oh, it's like 00 would be great?
I don't know if you can get to 00, but like 1515 I think would be great. Oh. I don't know. Mr. Sansoni, can you tell me? Please fact check that for me. That's Dad.
That's awesome. So it was actually Chris's first time to get an eye appointment done since probably 8th grade. Mm-hmm. And he needed glasses, which I think he looks so cute. And I've been telling him nonstop, and he's like, I'm going to punch you in the face. Stop telling me I'm cute. I look like my dad. I was like, yeah, but you look cute as your dad.
That's so creepy.
That did turn creepy. But yeah, he hates them. But I love them.
Okay.
I got contacts, and now I have worn glasses for probably the last 3 years. I've worn contacts before, but, you know, my job requires me to sit in front of a computer all day, so why get contacts? Because my eyes dry out pretty easily. So,
right.
Now I just keep touching my face randomly, like I'm pushing out my glasses, and just feel like an idiot the whole time. But one of the things Chris used to do to me all the time when he was, like, fucking with my vision, I guess, like just trying to mess with me, he would like smear his thumb on my glasses. So payback's a bitch, and I smear his glasses every day. So yeah, that's been my whole fun week, Audrey.
Wow, that's super fun.
I did like nothing.
Well, when I saw you at my brother's birthday,
oh yeah, I did do something.
You went to the Beatles. There was like a weird Beatles concert that you went to.
Yeah.
that was like
It was Beatles on Broadway. It was
like
Let
a
It Be
copycat?
on Broadway. I thought it was just like the Colorado Springs chapter, but turns out these are the guys that are like on Broadway.
Oh, and they like tour?
Yeah, so like they were in Canada recently. They went to Texas. Your mom probably saw them. And then they came to Colorado. And the guy who plays George Harrison is, I'm pretty sure I'm going to marry him, except he's married and I'm married, so that's a problem.
Yeah, you're going to have to work that one out.
He looked just like Jason Ritter, and I am in love / obsessed with Jason Ritter. You know who he is?
He's the actor that's in
that show. Did you ever watch Gilmore Girls?
That movie. Yes.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, he's the boyfriend with the kind of long hair.
Yeah, see, he was the teacher of Rory, and then he started dating Lorelai. And so he's a younger dude, probably like 10 or 15 years younger than Lorelai. It was in the later seasons.
Oh, maybe I don't know who you're talking about.
It's John Ritter. It doesn't matter. He's a dad. Just send Audrey a photo. He's super hot as George Harrison.
Okay.
I of course did my research afterwards. I Google stalked him and I had to find him on Instagram and everything. Turns out he's this really, really talented guitar player, of course, and looks nothing like Jason Ritter. And I found out he has a wife, so
yeah,
my hopes and dreams of marrying a Beatle are. But it was pretty cool. It was ended at like 10. It was like a 3-hour Beatles cover band concert.
Too much for me. I couldn't.
It was a lot. It was a lot, and I got drunk. I had a few drinks, and then I had a lot of water at another bar, and then you texted us, me and Meg. Best friend Meg.
Yeah.
And best friend Emily. To go to Old Chicago.
Yeah.
And experience this 21-year-old birthday.
Yeah.
I felt so old.
Yeah.
So were you saying you were surprised to see me out that late?
It was just awkward at the birthday party because we're a solid 10 years older than this kid.
Yeah.
And it just puts into perspective. I don't want to be like, we sat there, we was like, oh my God.
No.
We're better than you.
No,
that's not how it was. It was
we're
just like,
tired.
we were just looking at each other like, I'm so tired.
I'm too old for this shit. I went outside to start my car early because I'm such a 30-year-old. And they're like, you're leaving already? It's not even midnight. And I was like, look, I'm too old. Yeah. I love you guys to death, but
and everyone was like all like gung-ho, like, woo!
It's how a 21st birthday should be.
Oh, for sure. We were bringing the party down. We had to leave.
It was a good thing we left so we could party.
Like right now it's what, 6:30 and we're like getting our drink on or whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna
right
go
now
in an hour.
And we'll be in bed here very shortly.
After this podcast recording ends, we're just like, bye. I'm going to bed now.
Yeah, good night.
Text me in a week. I don't want to see you.
What I was trying to get to is,
I'm sorry. At
that little party that you ended up meeting us at, I looked at you and I was like, something's different.
Oh, gosh, I
like,
should stop interrupting.
It was a huge bunny trail. I looked at you and I was like, something is different. And then I looked a little bit more, and then everyone at the table was like, yeah, she's got contacts in. Duh.
Dodge.
Dead odd. But you were also wearing a floral shirt.
It's the one that I like. Emily picked it out for me.
I love it.
I wore that shirt to visit some family a few weeks ago. You know, the kind of family you see every 15 years, much like you were just saying. And my uncle asked me, Beth, are you wearing scrubs right now? I was like, yeah, Uncle, I'm wearing scrubs, like out in public. That's what I do. I'm 100% a nurse in a floral scrub. Thank you, and I'm never wearing this shirt again. So that was the first night I wore that shirt again.
What?
He's like, well, his wife is a nurse, so he's like, well, it just kind of looks like something she has. And I was like, I hate myself.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we digress. Ah, shit.
We still have 12 minutes of talking about us.
I know, I have
something.
Okay.
Audrey.
Do an intro?
No, I'm doing it right now.
Oh, sorry.
Audrey?
Yeah?
Did you ever give those stickers out?
No.
I hate you! Okay, so guys, I updated our website recently to include a store, and I know how that's like wishful thinking, but I really like our logo, and so I bought us some stickers. And I gave them to Audrey before she left for Oklahoma, which was a stupid thing on my part because she's obviously hasn't packed. She's got to do all this other shit. And you probably just forgot. But they're pretty cool stickers. I have it on my laptop now. And I also got you something special.
You did?
And it's over here. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, you're going to get it?
Yes.
While you're getting it, I want to talk about the stickers. You gave them to me on a Wednesday night, and we left Thursday morning. So I had no time to distribute any sort of stickers. Oh my gosh, there's a thing.
Open it.
It's in a bag. It is a bag.
It's a bag within a bag.
It's a bag within a bag. It has our logo on. Isn't it so cute? I'm crying.
I really wanted to keep it for myself.
Oh my god, and I can it's a book bag.
Yeah, you could use it for the podcast because you bring everything over. And I was like, she needs a bag that she could put podcast stuff in.
I'm crying.
I love it.
I love it.
Oh, wait. How cool is that? So it's pretty cool because the stickers had like a white background, but this is transparent. So it's like...
Oh my gosh.
It's so cool.
It's almost like we're a real podcast.
So if you want to buy our stuff, it's on our website.
This is so great. We need to take a picture of it and put it on our Instagram.
Done.
Okay, we will. Anywho, so my sister is reading The Nightingale. And
I love that book.
First thing I noticed while she was reading it was how messed up the cover was and like the pages. And I just remember you telling me how I don't take care of books. And I was like, it's in the family, girl.
Oh, I hope it was her book at least.
It is. But it was like rolled up and like you opened, it was a paperback and you opened it and then folded it over.
No.
Yeah.
I can't stand that.
I did that with your book.
Look how nice and new Art of Racing in the Rain looks.
But you didn't read that.
I did read this.
Oh my God.
This is a read book.
No way.
Yep. This was one I read.
You must just sit while you're reading, just sit and just like...
Yeah. I read like a normal human.
Don't move.
You're not supposed to fidget. You're supposed to read.
I'm a fidgety person.
Well, speaking of books and ruining them, should we spoil the next book we're reading? Let's talk about Art of Racing in the Rain.
Okay. So that's what we're reading.
The end.
Or that's what we've read, I guess.
Yes.
We already finished it. I finished it today about 2 hours ago. And that's just my style.
We know.
And did you enjoy it?
Of course I enjoyed it. That's the
first question.
How could you go wrong with a book about dogs?
True.
And I really like this one because it's from a dog's perspective.
True. It was very unique in the style.
Do you have an overview of it?
Yeah. Beth gave me the homework to give you guys an overview, and I just went to the website and got it. So
it's a pretty popular book. You've probably heard of it.
This is straight from the website, and I'll just quickly read it. And if you're not an overview type person and you haven't read this book, then skip it. Enzo knows he is different from other dogs, a philosopher with a nearly human soul. He has educated himself by watching television extensively and by listening very closely to the words of his master, Denny Swift, an up-and-coming race car driver. Through Denny, Enzo has gained tremendous insight into the human condition, and he sees the life like racing isn't simply about going fast. Using the techniques needed on the racetrack, one can successfully navigate all of life's ordeals. A heart-wrenching but deeply funny and ultimately uplifting story of family, love, loyalty, and hope. The Art of Racing in the Rain is a beautifully crafted and captivating look at the wonders and absurdities of human life as only a dog could tell it.
Yeah, because it's from a dog's perspective.
Yep.
So it's no spoiler in my opinion, to say at the very, very beginning of the book. It's like one of those books that starts in the beginning and then starts at the end and then they recall what actually happened in the beginning.
Right.
So Enzo's the dog and we see that he's dying.
Beth, I have to get out my notes because after last week, I figured having a little bullet journal was good.
Oh, really?
I'm on the Bojo train.
Bujo.
Whatever.
I am too. I love bullet journaling.
You actually have yours bulleted though.
Some of it. When I'm in a hurry, I just slop around. This journal doesn't have any lines in it, so it's hard to be like organized.
Yeah. Anywho, what I was gonna say is I was just gonna give a quick overview.
Another overview?
No, I was just gonna say that Enzo's the dog, Jenny is the master, Eve is the wife, and Zoe is the kid.
Yep.
It's written by Garth Stein, published in 2008. That's all I got.